I think my opinion on this might be a little bit spicier and a little bit more future centered, but I think we're going to see folks moving towards a more neurosymbolic architecture from transformer architecture. I think some of the problems that we're facing now um, fall flat when it comes to neurosymbolic architecture, right? With transformers, like you're thinking about prompts, you're thinking about everything deterministic, every kind of business nuance. All of that kind of goes away on neurosymbolic. So I think that's where I see folks moving. And then on the data side, there's a huge trend around generating schemas on the fly. So you're sitting on top of this giant data layer. So generating those schemas on the fly, and then organizations essentially managing that semantic layer as like their second brain. That's where a lot of your efforts are going to go versus right now a lot of efforts are going into can we get all the data together, it's amalgamation of data. So I think you're going to see trends in like folks moving up in that direction, which ideally means that there's a whole new era of like data jobs opening within companies as well, folks who maintain the semantic layer and manage it for any kind of agentic flows.
Sure, Tuba. Just a quick follow-up there. Could you describe what neurosymbolic means as it might be new to some of our audience?
Yeah, so neurosymbolic is the easiest way to describe it. It's symbolic AI, which is mostly like deterministic AI without you having to kind of put rules there. And then a neural net. So in the case of Amoeba, as an example, we use a liquid neural net. And the reason that is really interesting is neural nets are generally adaptive in nature. So anytime a new data point gets introduced, you don't have to have the lag of like going back and kind of retraining the entire system. It's able to self-evaluate. So now think about that as like a living organism, which is kind of the structure that your agents will sit on top of. And then your agents themselves will also probably be on neurosymbolic models. So again, like I think we're making a lot of headway in terms of what you can get out of transformer models right now with prompts and with a lot of like rules that we set up, etc. But I think the future is like what happens when we kind of get out of the way and let it do what it's supposed to. Let the math, as they say,
So,
right?
Hmm.
And
so
where
you're
you might
using
end
you're
up.
using liquid AI?
I'm using liquid neural nets, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, a
Visible, yeah.
liquid neural
Mhm.
net. Okay.
Great. And then Darren, what are you? So you're dealing with the strategy of building an agentic product, and what is going into that strategy that you're trying to build that's new and different?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be hard to follow up on those very deep thoughts about what the future looks like. But one of the things I think companies are struggling with, and when they think about how to apply AI and AI agents into their organization, is clear approaches to testing and performing and performance monitoring. Um, if we take the word, let's back up to the fundamentals. Agent, it's a Latin-based word. It means to take action. And of course, for the last 100 years, we've done a good job of understanding how do we evaluate the performance of humans in an organization when they take action. But it's just as important, if not way more critical, for us to have infrastructure and systematic approaches to understanding and monitoring AI agents. And that is a whole structure around evaluations and being able to detect drift in a particular business process that you've got set up. And so it's going to be very important for organizations to think through specific strategies to identify any particular AI agent applied in my organization, even if it's working right now. How do I ensure it continues to produce the same exact results? And that includes all sorts of infrastructure that's super critical, things like non-production replication of systems that these agents might interact with. How do I know that it's going to consistently produce the same results? And so that's one of the most important things I think organizations need to be thinking through is how do I ensure consistency over the long time, especially in a very fast changing environment where these foundational models are changing all the time.